So the twin boost was the first pedal that I designed, two single transistor boosts. The idea being that when you stack them and change the direction, you can kind of make a dual transistor like overdrive or fuzz or something similar to that. The original design, both sides were quite clean, but for a bit more kind of variety, I changed it up a little bit. We'll get into that in a sec. Here is the clean sound. So this side of the twin boost here, obviously it's a boost pedal, so if you're going for unity gain, it's going to be quite low. So with the volume levels kind of matched and the gain down low, you're kind of having a bit of a bass cut, a bit of a kind of upper mid boost, and a little bit of texture. I think it's helpful to kind of contextualize it, because as soon as you start pushing the volume, you start driving into the amp. And so the gain knob is giving you gain from the pedal circuit rather than from the amp, if you like. So very similar kind of gain to you're getting from the amp, kind of natural, but then when you kind of combine the gain knob with pushing into the amp, It's super dynamic. And then obviously any kind of drive that you put in front of the amp, or if your amp was driving a bit harder, I'm going to use my modded Noble's ODR1 just to get a bit of texture. So there you go, that's the right side, fairly simple, cleanish boost, it can do kind of nice bluesy bit. The default for that kind of has to be up to that C sharp. Yeah, good fun, simple and good fun. So onto the left-hand side now. The left-hand side, rather than a gain knob, has a fixed internal gain. So when you engage it, the bias knob all the way up will give you a sound that is kind of as similar to what you'll get from this side. It's a bit more full range, but obviously there's a bit more going on. It still cuts off some low ends just to kind of help it cut. And that kind of gain texture is a bit different too. Yeah, a bit more kind of grit, a bit more texture rather than your classic kind of overdrivey gain sound. And then if you turn down the bias knob, you get even more, kind of starving the bias. Gets a bit quieter, so compensate with the level. And so then when you do use the volume as a boost, you kind of get that added texture in there. Kind of like the biasy fuzz sound that I like, but yeah, on a cleaner kind of platform. I like it for a kind of interesting rhythm kind of part. Added some modulation. So there you go, there's the left side on its own. Now, in the middle we have this toggle. This toggle determines whether internally the right-hand circuit goes into the left or the left-hand circuit goes into the right. When you do that, you kind of end up with roughly the same circuit topology of like a fuzz face, right? Because it has two transistors, one going into the other. The first one, the volume control acts as how hard you're hitting the second transistor, making it drive more. Make sense? The toggle points to whichever one's first. So let's make this bias sound kind of a bit more normal. Let's turn this one down, and it's pointing at the right-hand one. So this left-hand one is kind of going to act as a master volume. I need to choose a key. Let's change to E. So we got a dynamic kind of sound there. Let's go from what was our kind of cleanish unity sound. So both on together. So you're kind of stacking those two together. Set as they are currently, you're taking out even more low end because the two kind of low cuts are adding together, if that makes sense. now it's going to be quite loud and quite gainy, but the gain is coming from the pedal itself because the volume that's slamming into the other volume is quite high. We're definitely getting into fuzz territory here, aren't we? So just to remind you, here's the right side on its own. Here's the left side on its own. Here's both on together. So this one's second, the left hand one is second, so we're retaining the majority of its character. So off. Now if we flick the switch, now this one's controlling the input gain, and this one's the master volume. So we're into kind of high overdrive distortion, I'd say here, rather than fuzz. The bias of that one, especially when it's second in the chain, so how we had it before, really does kind of flavour the sound. Let's try playing with it now that it's before. I think that's like a feel thing, right? The main sound that we're getting is this kind of flavour, but under the fingers it's feeling so much more compressed because, you know, this is effectively what's going into it. By turning the volume right the way down, it kind of proves that what's clipping is the circuit rather than the pedal. The pedal circuit rather than the amp. See, that's so much more loud because this has become master volume since I toggled the switch over the other side. So anyway, that's a little kind of run through of the twin boost, a few of the different bits and bobs that it can do. Yeah, like I said, it's the first one that I ever made, specifically not this one, but the first design from Hamilton effects. Yeah, I think one thing that I would quite like to try, having explained that it's almost like the layout of a two transistor kind of fuzz, I'd like to try and do a twin boost using those kind of setups where like each side of the boost, each kind of half is the same layout as it would be like in a fuzz face or something similar to that. But yeah, so that'd be cool to try one day.